A giant, over 100 meters tall, suddenly appeared in the city. With ease, it grabbed a handsome guy who was only about 1.5 or 1.6 meters tall, lifting him effortlessly into the air. No matter how much he struggled, it was completely useless. The next second, the giant opened its huge cherry-like mouth and without hesitation, put him in and started chewing. It turns out that back in the distant year of 2024, a large number of people experienced genetic mutations due to nuclear contamination. In the end, some of them turned into monstrous giants over 100 meters tall who ate humans. Not only were they impervious to bullets and blades, but they also possessed immortality. In front of the giants, humans were as insignificant as ants. The skyscrapers in the city center suffered severe destruction, and in less than 3 to 5 months, 3/4 of the country's population had been devoured. To prevent the giants from continuing to harm innocent people, the survivors began constructing walls hundreds of meters high. Inside the walls, the area was divided into 3 levels. The outermost zone became the agricultural center. The middle section turned into a bustling commercial district, and the innermost area was reserved for the activities of the wealthy and high-ranking officials. In this way, the people inside the walls were once again able to live peaceful and comfortable lives, until one day, a few daring and attractive young men and women appeared, who were extremely curious about the world outside the high walls. Because of this, they quietly slipped through the barbed wire and sneaked to the base of the wall. Just as they were about to climb up, a few auxiliary police officers hurriedly rushed over at the critical moment. The government had already issued a strict ban. Anyone not authorized to approach the wall would be executed without mercy. Fortunately, the auxiliary police officer on patrol was Hai Lao's second granduncle, and he even brought some good news for everyone. Recently, the country has been recruiting patrol squads. Not only do participants receive Social Security benefits and a full benefits package, but most importantly, they get to travel outside the wall once a month. Hai Lao was thrilled with excitement after hearing this. Just then, the earth and sky suddenly shook violently, making it almost impossible for everyone to keep their balance. In the next second, the city wall also began to shake, with massive stones pouring down like rain. After a thunderous roar that seemed to shatter the heavens and earth, a head blazing like fire emerged above the city wall. It seemed that the giant inside the city had mutated once again. They saw the giant lightly kick with its huge foot, and the sturdy city wall crumbled like tofu. Seeing this, the students ran as fast as they could, with the giant unleashing a deadly ordinary attack. A huge gap was finally torn open in the city wall, and stones flew through the air, striking every corner of the city. After doing all this, the giant stopped attacking and instantly transformed into a wisp of blue smoke, disappearing into the sky. Did everyone think the danger was over? But to their surprise, hundreds and thousands of giants emerged from the opening in the wall. The government dispatched a large number of well-trained special forces and used the most advanced cannons to continuously bombard the giants. However, the giants seemed almost impossible to kill. Their wounds miraculously healed at an incredible speed. One of them casually grabbed a handful of auxiliary police, lifted them up effortlessly, and devoured them in a single bite, leaving not a trace behind. Soon, the city center also began to fall, and all the residents became like lambs to the slaughter. In an instant, it turned into a living hell. At this moment, Hai Lao followed a group of residents and hid inside a church. Jixi, however, was so terrified that her legs gave out, and she couldn't run at all. Hai Lao wanted to open the door and go out to save Jixi, but was stopped by the other residents. Very quickly, a group of extremely ferocious giants chased after them. By the time Hai Lao broke free and ran out of the church, he found that Jixi had already disappeared. The sound of biting suddenly came from behind. Hai Lao's few giants were attacking the residents inside the church.